Trained by day, Kyle Wigginton podcast by night, all day.
Fucking black magic in the house.
At black magic.
God damn it. What is it? What? Who cares? Like,
I care.
If you type in just black magic, it's gonna pop up, is it not? Like, are you saying this for real because you know, or well, fuck it, we're testing it out right now?
Because I had to sit down and search that name.
Let's see, BLAKKK
_ Yeah, right there.
I didn't type in at. You son of a bitch.
No, there is no at, but that's the whole name. It's at Black Magic.
But like, what happens if I type in at Black Magic versus just Black Magic?
Well, it depends on what platform.
Nothing happens.
It depends on what platform you're on.
Which other ones you on?
All of them. Every single one.
So which ones do I have to type at in?
Twitter for sure.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely Twitter.
TikTok for sure. If I'm in Facebook, if I'm in a Facebook group and I'm having a conversation with somebody or they want to message me, you have to put the at so I can do it.
Well, that's in any conversation.
And that's why it's at Black. It's included in the name.
I'm just saying, like, if I, so everyone should say that then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm at Kyle Wigginton.
Yeah, but I'm like the only one that's including the at in the name. So
you know what? Whatever, Malcolm.
Say the whole thing.
So anyway, the questions that we're doing today. Okay, Malcolm approached me with a unique idea. He said, "Are there any questions you would ever like to ask a black person but never had the opportunity to,
or
ask
the courage,
or the courage to?" And I said, "No, there are really no questions I've ever wanted to answer."
He's been amongst the blacks.
I played basketball. Yeah, I played basketball, dated. I mean, I live in New Orleans. Shit, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want from me? Anyway, so he says he has questions that he wants to ask a white person.
Look, all my life I've been studying white people.
But you haven't studied them enough.
There's still a few mysteries. I mean, I probably have asked my white friends these questions before, and I just like forgot because that's like high school and college. I don't remember none of that shit. But I think it's a very interesting thing to see because this podcast needs some fucking views because you've been doing it way too long for it to be at the level that it's at.
Can you believe this shit? I asked this guy to come on the podcast and he's fucking hating on it already.
I'm not hating on it. I'm not. If I was hating on it, I wouldn't be here, sitting here.
What a piece of shit.
What else?
Anyway, so today I'm going to answer on behalf of the whites.
The whites. And I want to preface this. I am not a black historian. I'm not a black scholar. I do not speak for the entirety of black people.
Well, whoa. But you want me to speak for the entirety of whites?
No, a lot of these questions can be flipped just to see your perspective on them. Now, if you want to take that personal route, you could do that, but I didn't want to put you on blast like that.
Hang on, what do you mean?
So like, if I ask you a question, I'm seeking for your personal opinion. There is absolutely no way that you can speak for the entirety of white Earth.
Why? I feel like most whites would let me do that, though.
Oh no, y'all. I mean, they would let you do it, but I understand that y'all, just like black people, just like people in general, y'all come in all different flavors, shapes, sizes, incomes, intellect levels. Like it's. I can't ask you to speak for everybody.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm eventually going to get elected president, so you know.
I'll hold you to that. I'll hold you to it.
So I think most whites would let me answer for
you. Got 3 years left.
Anyway, so how many questions do you got, first of all?
Some of them I don't need to ask because I read a few of them last night and I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. But first question.
Hang on. Why do you think it's stupid? Like, because I think
it's fucking stupid. I guess I just think it's a dumb question to ask.
Okay, and I'll ask a bonus question at the end, one for my whites to the blacks.
All right. So, ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
The first question I want to ask, serious question. Are y'all okay?
The whites?
Yeah. Are y'all doing all right?
I think we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you mean by that?
I mean, from the outside looking in, seems like y'all are having a rough go of it.
But once again, you said you're asking for my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're asking about all the whites. What do you? Do I look like I'm having a bad time?
When you. Sometimes yes.
Really?
Sometimes yes.
When
like I don't think everybody's always having a bad day.
Dude, I always have a great day.
And like we just had a conversation about an issue and that we're not going to talk about on camera that you didn't seem really happy to be talking about it.
Well, that's just because people are fucking idiots. That's nothing to do with white people. White people, black people, brown people.
I'm just saying, whenever you get amongst your white brethren, are y'all okay? Are y'all like...
Dude, honestly, I think that we're doing better than we ever have.
All right.
Yeah, from from the white to the white. Yeah, I think we're doing better than we ever have.
Okay. All right. Because like I said, from the outside looking in, seems like y'all might be having a bit of a rough go at it.
Well, so that's an interesting thing to even like talk about right there, is that your perspective on how a group of people are doing. Like, why do you think that white people are doing bad right now?
The shit y'all do, the shit y'all say.
Well, no, give me an example. Like, you can't just say the shit y'all do and say.
Okay. An example.
Like, for instance, what I said earlier to you is just because someone's an idiot. It has nothing to do with him being white or black.
Yeah. I know that, but I could tell in the moment that you were talking about it, it was a very touchy subject.
Well, that has nothing to do with them being black or white, though.
Yeah.
That just has to do with the person being a fucking idiot. And there are a lot of those in this world today. And it just to me, that right there is becoming the problem. Is people are just getting dumber.
Oh, but that's always been the plan since the invention of the internet and the integration of social media on our phones. That's just always been the plan. So I mean, it's working. But
that could be one of the things that you're seeing is that white people are also getting stupider.
Well, I mean, maybe because like we talked about algorithms before, and my algorithm is dramatically fucked up and different than everybody else's. And like my algorithm is filled with like former Aryan Nation members talking about like why they defunct and undercover FBI agents infiltrating white supremacist groups. And
what are you fucking watching, dude?
Oh, dude, I've been down.
Well, this is why you think white people.
Yes,
but you know,
I didn't know how many racist white people there actually still were in America, and it's a lot.
Well, okay, come on.
It's a lot.
Time out. Hang on.
It's a lot.
Stop spreading this bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit. There's like bullshit. Compounds where y'all are training people.
Jesus fucking Christ.
For a race war.
Well, dude, there's a fucking black police squad that roams around. Like, what do you think that is?
I don't think that's cool. But
I'm saying that's the same shit.
Yeah, but like I see from a black person's perspective, I see that more as a defense mechanism. I do not know if they're going out and actively antagonizing white people. So you don't think
that the white people are as a defense mechanism?
I don't think you need it. Because you control the police force, the military, the courts, the food supply, the transportation. Like, what the fuck do you need white supremacist sex for? You control all the means to live in this country.
But it doesn't matter. Like, if you have one thing pop up, the other's going to pop up. So the more black supremacy you have, the more white supremacy you're going to have.
But do you think there's that much black supremacy?
I don't think there's that much white supremacy. I think your algorithm is influencing your.
I'm willing to admit that yes, there's a high possibility that you are 100% correct about that.
Yeah.
But from the research that I've done.
Which is the algorithm giving you stuff?
Well, it's only giving me.
So it's not really that much research.
It's only giving me what I've been looking for. And I go down rabbit holes. I go down lots and lots of rabbit holes. And it's just scary to think that, yeah, this is like a casual thing y'all do on the weekends. Go out in the woods, play soldier, wrestle each other, roast s'mores.
Okay, so when I said I'm fixing to go out of town on vacation, that's what you heard?
Oh, yeah. A bajillion %. Plus you from Arkansas, boy? Yeah.
That's really what you think about me.
Yes. Okay, like, I won't lie and say there's not, like, black friends and black family members that I have that are, like, super radical and they're on some, like, insane fucking bullshit. And because that my son is white, I gotta like tell them like, hey, I know what you all about, but like chill with that around me, okay? Like if I'm around, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to be around it. I'm gonna leave because I don't get down like that. I don't care. But yeah, it's concerning to me because y'all are pretty much Y'all are like, let's say 54, 58% of the American population. If anything did pop off.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. So it's like, why?
But here's the problem. This is why you're going to be done is because you're on the internet saying shit like that. Like, do you really think that that's me? If you really have that attitude to every white person, yeah, you're going to get killed.
I don't have that attitude towards every white person, but like, like I just said, I have black radical friends, and that's what they're about. They're still my friends, but it's just that one aspect of them that I am not okay with. You may have Caucasian friends that are on that Aryan Nation shit, and that's not who you are, but they're still your friend.
But I love that you even think that I have that when I don't have that shit. Like all
Like
white
none?
people. No, none. None.
So you have to understand, I went to high school in central Louisiana, and it was very common to be around a kid or an adult that was in the Aryan Nation or in some type of immigration, anti-black group. I don't know what the fuck they would call it back then.
Okay, so the place that you said, Arkansas.
Yeah.
There's none of that there.
Are there any black people there?
Yeah.
There's black people in your hometown?
There are black people in my hometown. I went to school with black people, yes.
Okay.
Not very many, but I went to school with some of them. So it was an eye-opening thing when I went to actual college and played basketball with an entire black basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but my point is every white person isn't this.
I'm not saying every.
No, your algorithms are fucking your head up, Malcolm.
I'm not saying every.
Your algorithms are fucking your head up.
I'm not saying every. I know it's not every. But
basically, stay off social media, kids.
No.
If you're getting this message, it's for you. What's your next question?
All right. Next question. Are you proud to be white?
Absolutely.
And what does that mean to you?
It doesn't mean shit. It means I'm a human being. Like that's one of the questions that my buddies wanted me to ask you, because we were going to do this back and forth. He was going to ask me a white one. I was going to ask him a black one. But I was like, I don't really give a shit. Like none of these questions even matter to me.
None of them are mean.
But no, one of the questions is why is it okay for black people to be proud of being black, yet it's being shunned out of the white population?
But you do know that. You know that, right?
No, I know that I don't give a shit. So that's why I'm proud to be whatever the fuck I am.
Because white pride usually means black hate.
It doesn't. That's once again, that's all in your head.
That's the perception of other. I will speak for the black delegation.
That's a tiny perspective.
I agree. But for my own personal safety and to be like
personal safety, what right now are you afraid of?
I'm gonna let you know right now. If I go to the supermarket and I hear white power, I'm like, oh, some shit's about to go down.
Oh, come on.
Some shit's about to like automatically. I'm like, what's going on?
Dude, they should name a power company that.
Oh my god.
And that way it gets it out in the open. White power.
They might.
Like, who cares? It's so silly. Everyone should be proud to be who they are.
I agree, but it's just like I said, white pride usually follows with black hate. That's
okay. So since I said I'm proud to be a white person, how do you feel about that? Are you scared?
No, I think you didn't get to choose. Well, there is some like whooshy bullshit that says you do choose, but no, you had no control over what race you were born, and I don't think you should be ashamed of who you are because like you're you. This is your lifespan. You've only been on the earth for like 30 or so years, and you obviously haven't done anything super fucked up. Otherwise, you wouldn't be out amongst the civilians. So I have no problem. I have no problem with white people being proud of being white because I feel as if a lot of the stupid shit that has happened as far as race relations has happened because some people have been made to be ashamed of who they are and
Absolutely.
what they are. So they lash out in the worst ways. And yeah, the cycle continues.
So I guess a real good question is, what are you going to teach your son?
That's a tricky one because
I don't think it's tricky.
I think it is because so I've dated a lot of biracial people and I have a lot of biracial friends and they've made it very clear that kids are so dumb whenever you're growing up and they pick on you because you're black, they pick on you because you're white, they pick on you because you're Asian, blah 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 blah. Biracial kids always end up on the lowest on the totem pole for some reason. They get the worst of it because they can't figure out what to make fun of you as. It's like they'll take the negative aspect of whichever two races you just so happen to be, and now they have more options to be shitty to you because you know how kids are. Kids don't think before they say or do certain things. And
maybe just give them the advice that I just gave you.
What?
Be proud to be who you are.
Oh yeah,
regardless of what color you are.
But that's easier said than done because
I'm white.
No, because whenever you're a teenager, you know, like you're going through shit. Your hormones are going on, your emotions are going on. You're not rationalizing things properly. You're thinking very sporadically.
Yeah,
So
your brain's not fully developed.
Whenever you're a teenager and your body's going through this change, you start to have like low self-esteem and things like that. So
but
like
the adults shouldn't have that. Okay.
Yeah,
so now that you're past that, now you relay that information to your child.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to tell you. Just because you relay information to a child doesn't mean they retain it or comprehend it. Like there's certain lessons that my dad tried to install in me where I wasn't fucking paying attention. I want to go back and play video games. You got me talking about this random bullshit. So I'm thinking from my perspective as a teenager to my son. It's like I can have the talks with him, but if it's sinking in with, I don't know.
But like what talk are you going to have? Like be proud to be black, be proud to be white, just be proud to be you.
I'm going to tell him it's like America's going to want you to pick a side.
Okay.
But we should all be American by now. There should be like no divide whatsoever. So you try your best to do unto others you wish to do unto you. Have pride in yourself. Take pride in how you present yourself to the world and everything like that. And if you, I don't know, because I don't know how he's going to go. It seems like he's going to be around more white people than black people because he lives with his mom and that's who he's accustomed to dealing with. And I can tell when I take him to the barbershop, when he gets around black people he doesn't know, he gets real fucking uncomfortable. And I don't like that, but I get it because that's not what he's used to. Mm-hmm. That's not the environment that he's in. And plus he's being raised by a woman and he hangs out with his grandma and his aunt. So he's also like, he's not around enough dudes. And I want, like, as he gets older, I want to do like, come do some dude shit, like eventually. Cause I feel like, especially since his mom is white, she coddles him a lot. And I don't like that at all because the world isn't all like sunshine and puppies. It can get grimy really quick. And I don't want him to have that snap to reality too late in life. I want him to, and that's another thing. I don't want to traumatize my kid, but I also don't want him walking around all day thinking shit's sweet when it's not.
That's what's going to hit my niece and my nephew really hard because It hit me. Yeah. I didn't realize it. When you're growing up in a place like we grow up in Arkansas, it's rainbows and sunshines, man, all day long. So you don't actually realize till you get into a city or till you move out or till you go out of the country that, whoa, this is not the way the world actually is.
Yeah.
And it's a very eye-opening experience. And a lot of people that stay up there their entire lives in Northeast Arkansas.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't leave their hometowns.
Yeah, and they don't experience it. When that's fine if you're going to do that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you're actually wanting to be involved in the world and get out into the world, then you got to realize you got to toughen up.
Yeah. And like, I don't see him being able to tough it up if he's always around his mom because she spoils the shit out of him. Like he doesn't even have chores. He doesn't even have to clean his room. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. This kid has a cush life. And if he gets unleashed into the world, it's going to tear his ass apart.
Hey, sink or swim, right?
Yeah. And it's only, I don't know. I have hope for the future, but
the good thing about our society is even if someone can't swim, we're going to give them floaties. So I think he'll be okay. It's a good thing about like having a kid in today's society is they're not just going to flounder around.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to take my eyes off of him until he's at least like 21.
How old is he now?
He's 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I didn't realize he was that old.
Oh yeah, no, I'm old now. I'm fucking old now. I'm officially an adult. Like I hate it too. You ever do that to yourself? Like you wake up and you realize like, fuck, I'm the adult now. The future is with me now. Like this is all my responsibility now.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have kids.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like I don't really think
You might.
I just think of like the entire world is my responsibility. It's part of being
That's
me.
a lot.
You know?
That's a lot. I don't want to take responsibility for the entire world at all.
Give me another white one.
All right. What's another one? Stop. Have you ever noticed that white people value the lives of dogs more than they value the lives of minorities?
Bro, your algorithm is
no. White people love fucking dogs.
I will answer that question, but I think that your view on the world is skewed. I think that dogs have unconditional love for whatever's around them. Therefore, we do value that. When we don't value minorities is because we know they all fucking hate us for no reason. For no reason.
See, and like, dude, would you say you know that they hate us? You like, is this how you honestly feel in everyday life?
Malcolm, what have you been saying to me?
Hey, these are questions. I came up with questions, and I prefaced it and let you know, like, hey, I've been going down fucking rabbit holes.
Yeah, so I know you, and I know we're friends, but I'm saying I understand that, like, this is the way that most minorities view white people. Even though white people really have no fucking the average white person has no ability to deal with your life anyway. Like, we're all struggling to survive too.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever people look at us and go, it's your fucking problem, it's like, no, it's really not. So go fuck yourself. I'll take this dog over you. I get it. Anyone who looks at me and says, I hate you because you did this to me, I'm like, no, I didn't.
No, I come from like the low income part of Baton Rouge, and there's a lot of that. There's a lot of the ethereal white person that's all to blame for all of this. And I don't know, you ever have a conversation with somebody and in the middle of it, you're listening to everything they're saying, and like, and in your head, you're looking at them like, nigga, you gonna die. That's like I've had so many conversations like that at various jobs in high school and my brief stint in college. Like, I've just...
Like, what were they saying?
Just Craig, just drive through Baton Rouge one day. Drive through Baton, like, go... I don't even want to send you over there. But, like, there's just some people... I can't talk like them, but because I'm from Baton Rouge, I can understand them. And I know if I took you around them and they tried to have a conversation with you, the slang, the dialect, and everything, that you'd be like, Malcolm, what the fuck did he just say?
I think we should do that. This would be a great experiment.
I mean, they might be more warming to you because they, for some reason, black dudes in the hood love white dudes with cameras. I don't know why.
Well, dude, I'm also dope as fuck. Like,
hey,
come on.
maybe. I like
the whites love me, the blacks love me, the Mexicans love me. I'm just fucking dope, dude. So what? I forgot what the question even was there.
The question was, have you ever noticed?
The dog thing.
Yeah. It seems like the Caucasian delegation values the lives of pets, mostly dogs, over the lives of minorities. And
but does my answer make sense now?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I kind of had that inkling before I even asked the question, but we're asking the question on camera now.
No, it's good to put it on camera. Good to put it on the internet.
Yeah. No, we're so canceled.
Be all right. No one views this anyway. You've already said it. So who's going to cancel us?
Hey, look, you get some fire-ass clips out of it. Somebody's going to view it. Gotta get some fire clips. Do you feel as if America has kept its promise to you?
I don't think that America ever promised me anything.
First time I ever heard of that.
Yeah, like what do you think America's supposed to give you? It's just a fucking
life, liberty, and happiness. And it was supposed to be you can do like whatever it is, it's the land of opportunity. As long as you're not hurting anybody or breaking any laws, you can find a niche or find a passion you love, pursue it to the extent of your being, and succeed in life.
I think now it's even easier than it was before.
It's easier, yes, but I don't know if it's actual like
what do you want to do?
What
I think that's the issue is most people can't even define what they want.
Yeah.
So if you can figure out what you want now, all you gotta do is go to AI and go, hey, how do I do this?
Yeah. And that's only gonna last for so long.
What do you think's gonna happen there?
With AI?
Yeah, like why do you think it's gonna go away?
Oh, they're gonna monetize the shit out of that.
Well, I mean, I already paid $20 a month for one of them.
I mean, is it worth it?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's ChatGPT is one of the ones I use.
Oh, yeah.
I use it for stuff for the podcast. I use it. I have all these things broken down. That's what's cool about it is you can make these different conversations. So anytime I need something, I have one, it's like a assistant for the bar. Mm-hmm. So anytime I have a question related to the bar, like we had a payroll issue a while back and it was dealing with our company that actually pays the employees. And I just went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, I have an issue. This is the issue. This is the email they sent. What should I respond back to this? And it was like, oh, you got a big issue here. Like literally GPT was saying this, and it broke it down and actually wrote the emails for me. And I forwarded them back to the company, and I had managers on the phone and everything that night talking to me, trying to talk me through the issue.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's that. And then I'm also doing now a new web series with my buddies. And so that's another thing. I just have a whole conversation for his web series. And anytime I need something, I go into that conversation. It remembers the entire back history of the conversation.
See, for me, another one of my concerns with the whole boom of AI is that if everybody's using AIs to do all these different things and it's exponential growth of wealth and financial stability and things like that, where does it end? Does the market crash eventually, or does it just keep growing for the sake of growing? And does that mean inflation goes out of the fucking roof because everybody's a thousandaire, a millionaire now because of AI?
Well, no, I don't think it's going to be an exponential growth, because I think that it's going to be a divide. Because what AI is doing right now is it's separating people out. It's separating the people out that can actually evolve with the system and the people that are going to work for the system or complain that they can't find jobs. So what you have to do right now is you have to learn how to use the AI tools that you're given. And that way you can be ahead of the game. You can evolve with the system.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be the same system that we live in. It's just that some people are going to be able to work in it and some people aren't going to be able to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Do you believe in systemic racism?
So explain systemic racism to me first.
Laws, policies, and restrictions placed on people to prevent them from advancing themselves economically, politically, socially, educationally, so they don't overtake the Caucasians of America.
Okay, this one's going to be kind of controversial, just simply because I don't know all the laws that are in place right now. But in my opinion, in my mind, I think that the blacks actually have it, or excuse me, just minorities in general have it better than white people these days.
How so?
Because in certain cases, the bar is actually lower for you to get certain scholarships, to get in certain universities. Yep. We also have the DEI hires that they were doing, where they needed to get a diversity, equity, inclusion people into jobs. Therefore, you're also lowering the bar just to get people involved in the companies. So I think it just has to do with how much do you want to work to get ahead. I think it's what this all is these days. And I think that, yes, I think that that some of the bars have been lowered for minorities. So I don't think there is systemic racism. I think that's all just
anymore.
Yeah, I think that's all just people complaining because they're fucking lazy.
Well, okay, so my counter take on that is I don't know shit about DEI, and I'm not a professional. I should probably even be speaking on this, but from my perspective, with the whole DEI thing, it was told to me that white women were the main benefactor of that whole movement or whatever it was. To my understanding, Trump is dismantling it or trying to get rid of it. And the second point is, so whenever you have a government, a job, an event, and you look around at the people who are organizing it, if it is Caucasian people, they tend to only want to work with or associate with other Caucasian people because that's who they know how to deal with. That's who they're accustomed to dealing with. Everybody likes a familiar face.
But they're black politicians.
Oh, yeah. I'm not I'm just giving you an example of the systemic racism that I have had to deal with. It's the
doesn't exist.
It's the automatic othering of somebody that is not in the already established group, and it's the same shit that goes on with local towns police departments. Somebody new moves in, they need a job, they're really qualified, but this whole family has been the sheriffs for years and years and years, and they're like, no, we don't need anybody else. We've been doing this forever.
But I don't think that's systemic racism. I think that's just the group mentality.
Tribalism?
Yeah, tribalism.
Okay. See, I don't know. I don't know if it's a safe argument to say that because it's a group of people working against another group of people or an individual. Maybe that's an example of systemic racism. But yeah, I agree. Like now that I'm older and I understand that, no, there's a lot of scholarships out there for minorities. There's a lot of tax breaks for minorities. There's a lot of loans for minorities to get housing, to start businesses. There's a lot of things that people don't know about that are meant to help only minorities. And I can understand from a Caucasian person's perspective, them being like, well, that's kind of bullshit, because my taxes go into this too. But then again, our taxes go to a lot of shit that a lot of us don't agree with. But yeah, I understand what you're saying about you like there's more advantages than disadvantages in this day and age.
Yeah, I just think it's something people shouldn't complain about anymore. They should just get up and go to work. Like, or if you think you have a disadvantage or something, ask AI. Be like, what can I do to get over this hump?
Yeah, a lot. I didn't know a lot of people, like a good chunk of the population has never touched AI at all.
That's so silly.
A lot of them don't. And a lot of black people, they don't fuck with it at all. A dude thought that whenever he found out I had a YouTube channel, he thought that he had to pay for that. I'm like, nah, dude, it's as easy as setting up an email. Like,
yeah.
That's all you got to do is just type your name in and press record.
But a lot of people like to look at that and go, well, if I had the education you had, it's like, dude, just fucking get online and Google something.
Yeah.
Like Google it or ask AI these days and it'll tell you exactly how to do all this stuff. So, I mean, it's not like anyone's gatekeeping knowledge anymore.
Yeah.
It's like right at your fingertips. You just have to apply yourself to do it. And this is what's sad about it is used to you have to go and like look at a book and actually look up information or dig through Google archives to like find some information. When nowadays it's at the tip of your fingers and people still aren't going and looking for it.
Yeah, no, I've had a lot of conversations with AI and I love it. I hope it doesn't end up biting us in the ass. I really do. Cause like you said, it makes things so much easier, so much smoother, so much slicker. Like I forgot what it was, but there's an AI right now that will start an entire business for you.
What?
All you do is put in the money and it'll do all the certifications and everything. And it'll ask you like, do you need us to create a website for you? And you click it and it creates a website for you. And like, do you need any business cards or contacts or QR codes? And you click it and like, it'll do it pretty much all. Like anything that can be done online, it'll just fucking do it for you.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Dude, when you figure that one out, let me know. We'll start a business.
I'm surprised you haven't turned this into like a little production type of company or whatever. But yeah, like I need like the closer I get to 40, the more I'm like, bro, I need to do something because I want to retire.
Well, dude, there's opportunity everywhere. I've been sending I got a buddy back home who's a basketball coach, and he always looked for stuff to do in the summertime just to kind of like fill his hours. And like there are so many Instagram pages that are just like, we're gonna follow this business idea today. So they actually start doing something. And even like all the furniture that's out here on the street now where all the Tulane kids leave, you could walk around, we could take a truck around, pick up all these couches and just put them on Facebook Marketplace, and you're selling them free couch that you found, you cleaned up a little bit for $500 a pop.
Yeah. If I had a truck, I'd definitely be doing something like that.
If I had.
I don't have a truck.
Oh, but bro, we have access to things. If you really,
but where I'm going to store the couches?
That's another question.
Yeah.
You know?
See, like it comes down to like the investment cost to this business plan. Do I have it on hand?
How much is a storage? How much is a storage unit? Like
storage unit's going to cost. I mean, no, it's like $120 a month, depending on the size.
Okay, $120 a month. You sell one couch. You pay for your storage costs.
Yeah.
You find a friend with a truck.
It sounds great on paper, but then you end up with a bunch of fucking rickety ass couches in a storage unit if you don't sell them.
Something I just unlocked a new side quest. It's kind of look at life these days. It's like just a quest pops up, side quest pops up. Someone asked me to be their music manager the other day. I was like, I have the skills to do this. I could definitely do this.
Are they good?
Oh yeah, they're good.
Okay.
I'll play some of their music after we finish.
Yeah.
Okay, question me up.
All right, let me see. Do you suffer from white guilt?
Hell no.
Well, that was quick.
Hell no. Dude, fuck everyone. That's what I think.
Have you met anybody that had severe white guilt?
Yeah, and they're fucking pussies. Like, get over yourself. What are you guilty about? You haven't done shit. A lot of these people that have white guilt just don't get up and do anything during the daytime, so they sit around and think all fucking day long.
I agree.
I saw something a while back, and this girl was like, you need to let your minority friends know before you invite a white person out to eat or something.
I saw that.
And I'm like, are you fucking like, this is so fucking stupid. Like people like that should be just like swept under the rug. Like you're too soft.
But that's the
world.
thing that I see bullshit like that as part of the attention economy, and the fact that we're talking about it right now, it succeeded. It
Yeah, no, they got there.
It worked. It did what it was supposed to do, and it takes nothing to like. You never know what's gonna go viral, and one video could change your entire life.
But dude, as long as they're doing that just for attention and they don't really believe that shit, like if you really think that, then you are the softest fucking person on the planet.
She may have believed that at the time, but I'm more than sure that comment section tore her ass up.
Oh yeah.
I'm more than sure.
Oh yeah.
So she may have believed it while she was recording it, but I promise you, once she clicked upload, she was like, "Oh, a terrible mistake has been made."
Yeah. Instantly lost my job.
Ooh, fuck. Oh, okay. How do you feel about interracial dating and race mixing?
Oh, I don't mind it.
You don't care?
Yeah, I've dated several black women.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
So if you had to choose between what you'd prefer to date, you have a preference?
A nice human.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
most humans aren't very nice anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah,
and a lot of people look at me and go, he's not very nice because of the shit that I've been saying on here. But I mean, I just want like a woman who is like loyal, nice, and soft.
Good fucking luck.
Like that's all I want. So yeah, I don't give a shit what color you are.
All right. Why did y'all overthrow Europe
Okay.
to act European here?
Did we?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so let's
You
first.
rebelled against Britain.
Okay, but that was due to taxes, right? And now
Yeah.
we're doing the same thing. Here's
You're
what you're
doing
saying.
the same shit here.
I think that's just that's the cyclical aspect of history. I don't think that has anything to do with whites. I think that's simply the structuring of the system that we live in. Yeah, so I don't think that's ever not going to be a case. I think even if we overthrew the current administration, you go down the road 100 years and it's going to be the same case. So I don't think it has anything to do with the whites. I think it's just like anytime you're growing a system, that's just like, it's part of the cycle.
Okay. Do you have, because it's been trending lately, and I want to ask from like, because I want you to, I'm asking this for the new trending definition, not the actual definition. Black fatigue. Do you suffer from it?
We were kind of talking about this the other night, weren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's define black fatigue first.
So in this context, and I'm asking you, black fatigue for you in this case is going to be being just fucking done with dealing with belligerent, ignorant black people and like just being absolutely sick of it.
See, I have human fatigue. More than just black fatigue. Like I just get tired of everyone's shit. I understand what the whites are talking about in this scenario though. Just the loudness and the I don't know, some of the obnoxious behaviors that can come out of like large celebrations. But I think that's on both sides of the equation too.
Oh yeah.
So I think it's just human fatigue. Like I don't give a shit about blacks or whites. I mean, I do live in this city, and I have fatigue of everyone in this city. That's the cool thing about New Orleans is you're around so many different people always that it's kind of hard to go black fatigue, white fatigue. It's just a mixture of everyone. So but I do get where the whites are coming from.
I don't know. Do you think that your white brethren understands like why they are the way they are?
No, I think that's why they're fatigued. Yeah. So can you enlighten us on why white people might be fatigued on the blacks?
Because I don't think a lot of white people understand. It's like from my perspective, and I'm just saying y'all as like a cover word. Y'all made these ignorant ass niggas. Like this is what happens when you cram people in ghettos, you over police them, you throw them into prisons, you don't educate them. You give them the poorest food, the poorest living conditions.
How did you get out?
I got out because I fucking hated it. It was one of those instances like on a daily basis where I would talk to other black people and listen to their perspective on the world and listen to their perspective on life. And in my head, I'm thinking, nigga, you gonna die. And I don't want to die like that. I don't want to die over something stupid. And I don't really think I got out per se. Like I do well enough to live poorly around white people. That's like, I'm not rich.
But are the white people you're around as poor as you?
Most of them these days tend to be because like we're in our 30s, and I won't even say poor. I'd say like lower middle class.
But I mean, the way you're framing it though is like all these rich white people you're living around.
Oh no, trust me, I couldn't deal with being around rich white people all day because it's just they're very nosy. And I'm not a talker. And we've had conversations. You said like humans need social interaction. I'm like, most humans, not I. I don't with the amount of like everything that we have to do, I don't get lonely. I get horny, but I don't get lonely. But for me, I don't think I got out per se. It's just I always wanted my life to have a different outcome than the people that I had around me. And since I was around so much death at an early age, I got to see firsthand examples of what I did not want from my life.
So why don't the rest of them do that then?
Because it's integrated into, I guess, the culture and the way people are raised. Like I legit had a conversation with somebody I knew from the hood long ago, and they just posted on Instagram they got in a fight with somebody, and he's like, yeah, that dude called me a bitch. What you gonna do if somebody call you a bitch? You gonna punch them in their shit, right? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna go home and mind my day because somebody random calling me a word doesn't mean shit to me because I want to live to see my child, and I got shit going on. You calling me a bitch doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, but what's different between you and the people you grew up around?
So I had very good mentors and very good teachers, and like I said, I wanted my life to go in a completely different direction.
So the people that taught you is what you're saying is like.
Well, I wouldn't even. Well, yeah, like so I had like in middle school, I had very good teachers. Like all my teachers went to either like HBCUs or they were like local black business owners and shit like that. And I will admit, whenever I was at Glen Oaks High and Glen Oaks Middle, it was a lot of undertones of racism. But that's because I could understand like the people that were teaching me grew up in the era where that shit was very commonplace, and they were warning us about the pitfalls you can go down if you carry yourself in a certain way. I was never concerned about being known in the streets or being perceived as hard or a gangster or badass or anything like that because of that whole mentality. I missed out on having a lot of family members in my life and having my dad in my life. And especially if I ever wanted to become a father, I always told myself, it's like, I will never get locked up over something that wasn't in the long term for the benefit of myself, my family. Oh, sorry. I always do that. I always do that. Yeah, sorry. But yeah.
I want people to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I wanted my life to be different, and I didn't want to do anything to like at best, I just wanted to be able to live comfortably. I didn't want to be rich. I didn't want to be famous. I just wanted to live. I wanted to live like the Unabomber, essentially. I really did. Because whenever we studied on the Unabomber, I was like
out in the woods, right?
Yeah. Chilling. They went fucking with that dude. Well, he did some fucked up shit. Like, I would like if I could find a cottage in the woods with land that's fertile and a creek, and maybe have like a companion with me, like a woman or something. This is all I need. I'm Gucci. Like I don't need all this other shit. Like the older I get, the more I want to get away from everybody else.
Seriously, bro. That's why I'm looking forward to just going fishing.
Yeah, no, I'm very jealous.
I never liked fishing when I was young, but nowadays just sitting on the bank with no one around, because I can't even get phone service where I go fishing. Yeah,
that's scary.
That's beautiful, man. Because like I don't got to worry about anybody calling this motherfucker or anything.
Yeah. I know. As a kid, I loved fishing. It was like that was the peacetime because whether if it's my grandpa or my stepdad, we'd get sandwiches. We'd wake up super early, get the worms, get the bait, and we'd just be chilling, chill. And like, we didn't even have to catch anything. It's just the fact that we don't have to worry about anything while we're out here.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of it, man. Like, not a lot of people realize how much shit is on men's shoulders. And I know it's like it's a whole fucking thing nowadays where, you know, women empowerment and stuff. It's like, okay, cool. But like, you don't walk around stressed out all fucking day. Like, there's a reason that I walk around stressed out is because there's just so much shit that I have to deal with on a daily basis that it's nice just to get away every now and then.
Well, I think women are stressed, like very stressed. I was going to ask you, are white women okay? Because, yeah, but you can't speak for them. But like, no, like women are going through some shit. Some of it is controllable. Like some of it they invite into their lives, but a lot of it is like outside influences trying to fuck up their day.
Well, dude, that brings up a good point though, because like, here recently, I was asked to go on a date with a young white woman. She asked me out on a date, and I said, "Sure, I'll go on a date with you." So we set a time or whatever, and come that day, never happened.
Yeah,
her anxiety got the best of her.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Very common these days.
Like, what, you asked me on a fucking date?
Yep.
And then you flake.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like, just like I was telling y'all, we were talking about, I guess, Goodwill Hunting or whatever. And I was like, getting a girl's number means fucking nothing at all. Like having a date set time means fucking, until she's physically in front of you.
Yeah.
Means fuck all. Like they will say one thing and do a completely different. That's why like I'm so passive when it comes to women in general these days. Was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe anything. Like until I see you fucking do it, I don't know. Yeah. No, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I said that. I was saying that a very similar thing to another young lady of the night, and she was asking me, what was she calling it? What do they call it whenever like you're inferior or whatever? Like an inferiority complex or something like that?
Napoleon complex?
I don't know what it was, but she was like accusing me of being that, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me.
Oh, misogynist?
No, not misogynist. She was accusing me of being intimidated by her. And I was like, sure. Okay. A 21-year-old girl I'm intimidated by. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. I don't understand. Especially of the lighter hue. I don't understand why white women don't get, it's like, y'all are tiny and y'all are kind of weak. And it's like, you think you have all this ability and this power, but it's like, no. I'm like, no, like y'all are so fragile. How do you not understand this? And I get that some girls get that way whenever they have like a dude around them that can back up the shit that they're talking for them. But if you're by yourself or in a group of girls, stop. Unless it's girl versus girl, please don't step to a dude. Cause like,
it's not even just girls too. It's like little guys too.
But that's a Napoleon complex.
But it's like, dude, do you even know? Like, I had a guy one time slap me on the shoulder, and I was like, just got through working out, so my muscles were like tense and stuff. They weren't sore, like they were just like pumped up. And when he hit it, it was like hitting a rock wall, and he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like no one fucking knows. Like nobody knows."
Well, yeah, like that's why I don't go around picking fights with people because you never know what people are capable of.
Yeah, so the jiu-jitsu guy fucking just starts hitting the ground. You're like, "Oh shit, I'm out. I'm out. Don't be breaking my legs."
Like, no, I don't start fights, but if you won't let me de-escalate the situation or leave, I will finish it. And because like in my mind, when it comes to like day-to-day combat, I'm like, you fucking started it, so I have full right to do whatever I want to you to get out of this situation.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So it is what it is.
I mean, in Texas, that's actually a thing. Like if you're on like 6th Street or whatever, and you challenge someone to physical combat, if there's a cop there, the cop can be like, "Okay, I'll supervise."
What?
And as long as you don't have any weapons involved, yeah, you can go out in the street and duke it out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I would never.
All right, what you got?
Getting knocked out on that hard concrete.
But yeah, I mean, you go in the grass and fight, obviously, but
shit. Have you noticed, because I have, that conservative white women tend to be more physically attractive than the liberal ones?
Yes.
Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Why do you think that is? Why, like,
that's a great point.
Is it the upbringing? Is it because I understand like a lot of liberal white women have sexual trauma and they make that their whole fucking persona for some reason because it's traumatic, obviously. But that sexual trauma puts them on a path in life that's not the most ideal. So like whenever I see the plethora of just ratchet ass tattoos,
The blue hair.
and the multicolored hair and the spikes in the face. I'm like, who hurt you? Now don't get me wrong, on some girls it's fucking hot as shit. That was my preferred.
Yeah, but you don't want to, like, that's not going to be the mother of your child. Like,
oh hell no.
You just want
oh hell no. Yeah.
So I mean, even the ones that you find attractive, they're attractive for the wrong reasons. They're not attractive for, like, this is going to be my baby mama.
Yeah.
I heard a quote a while back, and it was talking about how in nature the poisonous animals
I've seen that.
have brightly colored fur or hair, or skin, whatever it is. So I mean, that's one reason you look at them and go, not good.
No, I think the guy was like, these girls are actively showing you how poisonous and toxic they are.
Yeah.
And they said you should keep away, but we're men and we think we're the dicks, so we don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've dated liberal women with pink hair, and they were attractive, but they're just that's what it is. Like,
it's
you're not
mental. It's something psychological.
Yeah, that's not your baby mama, and like, you just deep down inside you know this.
Yeah. Because I even on the conservative side of it, I call them clones because they're always blonde, they're always red lipstick, always the wing eyeshadow, the pose that the girls make. They all, like, I call them all clones, but like even those girls may potentially be more suitable for a long-term relationship than the
one that you had a kid with. Is she more conservative?
She's kind of in the middle. I kind of ruined her conservativeness because we've been through a lot, but she was teetering on the verge of the whole the liberal tattoos and everything like that. I just had to let her know. I was like, you're not gonna look good with a tattoo. I promise you. And you're not. Like, she has a few piercings and everything, but I just, like, anytime she would try to do something that wasn't her, I'd be like, you're gonna hate that. You're gonna get it and then look at it and hate that you ever fucking did.
And she listened to you?
Oh, she listened to me now, because like now she's like 35 and I'm like, bitch, you getting a tattoo now? This is not the time to get a tattoo. Sorry. This is you have a professional job. You're a homeowner. Why do you need a tattoo? Yeah. Like, you do not need, like, you have so many other ways to, like, express anything that you need to express, because you have money. You own property. Like, you lashing out at daddy at 35 is stupid as fuck. Sorry.
It's interesting that you say that, though, the expression aspect of it, because I did hear a while back that they're doing psychological studies now, and they're finding out that people with tattoos, that's like an emergence of this traumatic experience. So it's almost like a way of them expressing that traumatic experience and getting it outside of themselves. Very interesting way to look at it.
I can see that, but like, what? So when it comes
to trying to get a picture of a black man on her. Maybe you were the traumatic experience.
No, God, I wasn't that traumatic. Like, everybody's a monster in their 20s. If you're not, you're probably a fucking sociopath.
I was.
Yeah. And I know I was, like, because you're still technically a child. Like, they say that you're an adult at 18, but like, you don't know what the fuck's going on. You're still doing what you're told. Most of you is still going to college just to please your parents. You're just doing shit to please the people that are around you. And you don't know who you are.
That's what turned me into a monster, though, bro.
Doing shit to please people around you?
Yeah, dude. Like, just being unhappy, because I was unhappy in the situation that I was in. So what I was doing was I was taking that and making everyone else unhappy around me. Yeah. So I mean, that's what made me a monster.
No, in my 20s, I was a raging alcoholic. It was bad.
Well, that was part of it, though.
It was bad.
That's how you cope.
It was bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you cope with doing things that you don't like. You go and you drink on the weekends or drink during the weekdays, whatever, and get in fights and all kinds of bullshit.
Well, see, I've been in the service industry since I was 17, and night drinking is very encouraged. And whenever you're 17 and you're working with a bunch of 21, 22-year-olds that are like, we gave the kid alcohol. It's like, just give it to him. He says he wants it. Give it to him.
Well, that doesn't sound like you're in your 20s, Malcolm.
What do you mean?
You just said you were 17.
Yeah, when I started drinking, I was 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't start drinking until I was like 20. I think 20 was when I had my first drink.
See, I didn't start smoking weed till I was 20.
Weed, I didn't start smoking weed till I was like in my 30s.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and then psychedelics too. Didn't start doing those till I was 32 or 33.
Wow.
Yeah, so I really hadn't been going down that route for that long. Wait till my brain fully matured like a smart guy.
Gotcha. But back to the question, why do you think conservative women tend to be more attractive than the liberal ones?
I think that we have this this generic idea of beauty. And I think it's like a societal construct. And like back whenever you and I were growing up, the Marilyn Monroe, like that, she's before our time, obviously, but I mean, that's like the conservative, pillar to strive for. Yeah. Not her in general, but I'm saying like the blonde hair, you said Tommy Loren the other night.
Yeah.
Like she is she's a beautiful woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that a lot of women look at her and go, I want that. And the conservatives that look at her go, since I want that, I'm gonna try to look as much like her as I can. But I mean, it's once again, that's never been I've never been a guy that go for blondes or whatever. I just go for like a beautiful woman. Like if you're a beautiful woman, you're a beautiful woman. Doesn't matter what color your hair is. But yeah, I think that the conservatives, they just pay more attention to their looks rather than, I think a lot of the liberals, they try to drive people away via their looks.
I can see that.
Yeah. And sometimes it has the backfired effect where there are certain guys that just want to be like, ooh, I want that.
The worst type.
I want that toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know a few. Dude, like the girls that wear the chokers, I feel so bad for them because it means different things to different people. And so the girls that wear the chokers, some dudes believe that she likes it rough. And then
is that what it means?
I don't it means different things to different people. Some girls wear it and it's just a fashion accessory.
That's what I thought it was. I didn't know it meant anything.
I just wanted to wear a choker.
Yeah.
But some people perceive the choker as she likes it rough and bad. She it's a weird fucking thing. It's a weird fucking thing. I've had two girls that I used to mess around with tell me I stopped wearing a choker because I was just attracting the weirdest fucking guys on every app in everyday life. And I was like, why do you think that is? And she was like, I don't know. They just didn't really give a shit about how I felt while we were doing what we were doing. And I didn't like the way that made me feel. I
haven't met a woman yet that didn't like it rough.
Some do, some don't.
Anytime I have a woman that's like, hey, will you hit me a little bit or will you choke me? I'm like, hell no. I'm not doing that shit. So what? You can go to the cops right after we finish and
that's the double-edged sword. That is a double-edged sword.
It's not even a double-edged sword. It's just fucking retarded. Why would you ever do that?
Hey, sometimes it's hot, okay?
It's hot. Well, especially being a black man. Dude, that's instant to jail. Do not pass go.
Hey, look, it adds a little twinge of danger to the Holy Spirit. just a little hint of danger to the whole experience to get the blood pumping, especially if she's literally asking for me to do it and it's gonna help you finish. Yeah, I'll fucking do it. Let me know if I'm being too rough, of course.
Jesus Christ, this black guy here doesn't get it.
Look.
He doesn't get it.
I do get it. It's the whole reason I date outside of my race. It's that little hint of danger that gets added to it. And I don't know. You said you're gonna ask the black questions later, but there's reasons why I date outside of my race mostly.
You don't like black girls?
I love black women, but I don't know about you, but I don't want to be with a woman that reminds me of my mother at all. And most black women remind me of my mom. Because they same mannerisms, same attitude, same. It's same thing. No matter how hot you are, you can do one thing that reminds me of my mom.
You're out.
And I'm done. And yes, I have mommy issues. I definitely do have mommy issues. But I would love to be able to find a black woman that I'm on the same wavelength with. It's just most black women aren't into the same shit that I'm into. Most black girls, they want a thug. They want a dude that they can go to stupid shit with and do stupid things with. Go to the cookout. I don't want to go to the fucking cookout. I don't. It's hot. It's hot out there. Y'all never have enough plates. The Kool-Aid's too fucking sugary. I don't want. One example. since I've dated mostly outside of my race, things always get squirrely once I have to meet their family. And I go to a family gathering and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm the only nigga here. So I have to behave. I have to be polite. And like, I hate that. But if I date a black girl and I meet her family, it's like meeting my family.
No. What did you just say? The fact that you feel like you're the only black guy there means you have to act differently?
Yes. And dude, I'm telling you, it could possibly just be my own negative perception of the situation. But if I get invited to a upper middle class white person's home and I just so happen to be dating their daughter and some of their extended family is also there, it basically just turned into a job interview. Because like everybody there is now focused on me because I'm clearly the one that doesn't belong. I'm clearly the outlier.
Yeah, you're the one that no one knows. So of course.
Yeah.
You being black.
It has a lot to do with me being black.
No, that's all in your head, Malcolm.
I don't know about that. I don't know. Because like
the same thing would happen if I was dating a girl and went to their family gathering.
But the thing is like the dad will let you know from the jump that whether he approves or not, you'll know.
Okay.
And like, it's up to you to determine your next move, how you feel about that. But like the last time I met a white girlfriend's family, I can tell the dad didn't fuck with me at all. I could tell this dude he didn't look me in the eyes. The whole family's in the kitchen. He's in the living room away from everybody else. Like
maybe the guy's just an asshole.
He was. No,
maybe it has nothing to do with you.
Melanie fucking told me like, yeah, sorry about my dad. That's just how he is. He never.
But is it you or is it just how the guy is?
No, she told me like that's how he is. He's never liked anybody she's ever dated except for apparently this new guy she's married to. So it has
nothing to do with you. That's all in your head.
I don't know. I'll never know. But it just felt fucking weird. It just felt really fucking weird. And like it scarred me to the point where I'm like, if I'm with a girl and things are going well, no matter what race she is, as soon as she's like, you need to meet my parents, I'm like, let's try to get an exit strategy like now.
Like, those are some deep-seated issues though, Malcolm. Like I feel like this is more of a psychological podcast than it is
oh my God.
Because I mean, I don't know. Why would you run away from these things? You said you wanted someone to be.
I would like a wife, but I feel like in this day and age, that's not really.
What? Hang on. In this city, it's not a thing.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's anybody in New Orleans I would probably.
You want a wife? You need to go to a small town.
Small town.
Yeah, get you one of them.
No, I'm gonna just go to Sweden or Norway and just.
Do they let black people in there?
They'll let me in as long as I behave. as long as I behave.
Okay, and I want to ask you one question based on the black fatigue thing. Mm-hmm. Do you get black fatigue?
Fucking yeah, fuck.
There you go.
I'm just tired of ignorant ass motherfuckers doing shit that doesn't need to be done. And I like now since I've been in Japan and I've observed their culture, just be more considerate of the people around you, dude. Like, God, some people don't want to be in your shitty fucking YouTube video. Some people don't want to be around a table that's hyper loud whenever they're on their lunch break and they're just trying to get some food and leave. Some people don't want to be blamed for the blight of the entire black race. Like that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody. And they're like most people just want to be left the fuck alone in general.
Yeah.
And some ignorant black people don't get that. They don't understand that. But that's why I was having the conversation with you. So it flips. And so you understand, like, it comes from the whole oppression of black people in America. And that's like, like you said, it's easier today to survive on your own than it ever was. So there should be no reason for people to be breaking into cars, robbing each other, all this various shit. Like, dude, open up a book. Get on ChatGPT, learn how to make money legally, good money that's not going to get taken away by a task force, good money that's sustainable and recurring and like passive income and all that shit. Mm-hmm. There's so many different ways to do it to where like These kids don't have to be out here killing each other, selling dope, doing all these dumbass crimes, because there's faster and more efficient legal ways to make money now.
Yeah.
So for me, it's heartbreaking because another thing, if you became a criminal because you didn't want a job, and then the criminal activity that you're doing turns into a job itself, because when you steal a car, you have to take it to somebody else so they can break it down for the parts or stuff it in a shipping container and send it to God knows where so somebody else can drive it around. So there's a guy giving you a list of cars that they are looking for specific parts and sending you out to go steal the part or the car in general and bring it back to him. You're basically a fucking delivery boy.
Right. You're saying you might as well do it legally.
You might as well do it fucking legally.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're not making that much money if you're fucking breaking into cars. It's like you're repeat offenders. And it sucks because it's usually 12 to 15-year-olds that they're recruiting to do this shit because they don't go to jail. They'll probably spend a little time in a detention center or something like that. But within a matter of months, they're back on the streets doing the same shit that they were already doing, making that criminal record bigger and bigger. They're getting better and better at stealing fucking cars whenever they could have just, learn math and work at a bank. Bankers make stupid money. Learn how to invest. Learn how to you know how many grocery stores black people need? Do you know how many hospitals we fucking need? And nobody, that's the one aspect of black fatigue that it sits with me the most, because whenever you hear about black women are the most educated that they've ever been and there's all this opportunity, I'm like, all right, so where's the stuff that we need? Where's the airports? Where's the hospitals? Where's the libraries? Where's the schools? Show me all that. If we have all this education, how come none of these people have all gotten together and tried to change the situation that they believe that they're in for the better?
Because they're educated on how to work inside of the system. They're not educated on how to actually start the systems. That's all a business is systems. So if you actually figure out how to actually start the systems, then you can grab employees around you that are also black and bring them into your system if you want to. So I just think it's you need more people to start businesses. One of the black fatigue things I saw a while back was I saw an interview on the street. It's a black guy. He was doing the street interview things. And he was interviewing two white chicks. And he asked him a question, and as soon as he did, these two ghetto black chicks walked up and grabbed the mic and pushed the white girls out of the way. And the white girls are backed off. And the black guy was like, "Why do you think that's okay, what you just did?" And I was like, that's a prime example of black fatigue right there. This no awareness of other people around you.
And they don't care at all. And in my world, you put your hands on me for any reason, I have full right to fuck you up.
Yeah.
If they would have done that to another group of black girls, it would have been squabble up right then and there. Let's go.
But they wouldn't have done that because you guys respect each other more than you respect the white people. And I'm not just saying you, but I'm saying
from what I've seen, if it's a disrespectful person, they disrespect everybody. It just depends on who you are in that moment and in that time. But no,
But they definitely don't respect fucking white people.
Yeah, I pick up on a lot of that sometimes. Like I said, my son is half white, so I'm trying my best to assess and see how he should navigate the world, because he used to get picked on in school because he had a white mom. And then there was a kid at daycare that said something slick to him because he had a black dad. So I'm like, oh God, he's gonna catch hell both ways.
Bro, you're gonna catch hell on this podcast. I'm telling you, bro. The comments are gonna be crazy. Uncle Tom ass motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit about that. It's it doesn't matter, because black people don't understand a lot of the things that they perceive as black culture comes from prison. It's you take a dude very young, you throw him in a jail cell, you put him around other criminals, and he just so happens to be the one that just so happens to get out. He gets out on the streets and he doesn't know any other world besides prison world. And then he gets around other black people and he's like, you got to do this if you want to do that. And if you ain't a real G if you don't do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's I just saw the cycle for what it was. And I told myself, I don't want to be a part of that. That doesn't necessarily mean I ever wanted to be white, because that'll never happen. And I understand white people have it hard too. And I'm telling you, like, I know that being white ain't it. If I got reincarnated, I would choose black every single fucking time. Every single fucking time. I do not wish to be white at all. There's a lot of pressure with that white skin. There's a lot of fucking pressure with that white skin, dude. And the thing that I hate the most is that because I am male and I live in the South and I come from the hood and I grew up around rednecks and like I tried my best to get a little bit from everybody. So I've hung out, like I'm a sushi chef. Obviously I've been around Asians. Like I've went to a predominantly black school all the way up until middle school when I switched to Central High. When I got to Central High, that was the first time I ever saw a Confederate flag. First time I saw kids with swastikas on their backpacks and everybody's like, yeah, he's a neo-Nazi. He's a skinhead. Like he's just, they just accept it. And like a teacher would tell him on a daily basis, like, dude, you're a walking lawsuit. And you're like, oh, what are they going to do?
Did he tell her it was the universal symbol of peace?
Oh, no, it was legit a Nazi. Like this dude was legit.
It's like, it's the if it's reversed, right? Yeah. One way is like the
good one way was peace and one way was Heil Hitler.
Craziness. All right. What else you got for me?
All right.
We'll do a couple more questions. Make them the good ones.
Like 3 or 4 more.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite racial slur for black people?
I mean, come on. Like, I think you know what it is. I think we would be, I'm going to bleep it out right here.
Bigger?
Yes.
I don't like, do white people love that word so much is because it's socially taboo for y'all to say it?
Yeah, that's what it is. Like if black people were all if they just gave us all the pass to say it, that word would go away so quick.
See, is it Matt Rife? Some comedian has a whole bit about black people getting reparations, but for the reparations,
we get to say the word.
We get to say the word. And like, I know y'all say it. I've lived with and been around.
Well, dude, I have so many friends. It's not even like just the white people that too. It's the Hispanics. Like they say,
I didn't okay that. I'm not okay with that.
It's okay that you're not okay with it.
I don't like it at all.
It's okay that you're not okay with it because we're not saying it to you.
I mean, but I get it. Like I've worked with a few Hondurans that will talk shit about black people, but in the same breath be like, "What's up, nigga?" And I'm like, I'm not okay with this.
But why?
I didn't okay with this.
You said that you're okay with someone calling you a bitch, but you're not okay with someone just saying another word that means nothing.
I'm okay with someone calling me a bitch just to antagonize me because obviously you're the weak one in this scenario because you're trying to get something out of me and I'm not giving it to you.
So why can't you look at that word the same way?
Because so if it's a Caucasian person calling me that word, I understand historically that word is usually followed by an act of violence against a black person. So if a white person says that word around me, in the back of my mind, I'm going to have to say, like, I might have to kill this motherfucker one day. He might do something fucked up and I might have to defend myself from him. So let me keep it in the back of my mind that I might have to kill this motherfucker one day. And also, if anything were to happen, life or death situation, and I'm in a position where I should help this person, I'm like, I'm not fucking helping you. Remember all that nigga shit you was talking? No, I'm gonna, like, you're on your own. I'm not touching that.
But you're saying if this person called you this in a derogatory manner.
Yeah. And in the back of my mind until the day he dies would be like, I might have to kill you one day.
Anyone who calls me anything in a derogatory manner too, it doesn't matter what the word is, I'm going to look at them in a very negative way. But at the same time, it's like this word is so taboo. That's the reason people use it. Because
from my perception, that word being used is usually followed by an act of violence.
Well, and if a white person calls you this, then that means they're doing it to cut you.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know that it's going to cut you deep. And they know that that's the one thing they can say that's going to cut you deep. So you shouldn't even let it bother you.
Well, no, the only time it ever would cut me deep is whenever I was like, if between like 13 and 21, because that's when I really started being around white people consistently. And the only reason it cut me deep is because I didn't know there was racial slurs for white people. And the racial slurs that we have for white people are kind of more fucked up than the ones that we have for black people. You can't He's trying to set me up.
No, say one.
He's trying to set me up.
White people don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing as well. White people don't give a shit about being called racial slurs.
Me and Calvin,
because there's no history of like violence and rape and slavery and imprisonment.
It's because we have other shit to worry about besides this little fucking word that came out of your mouth.
I don't know. Like I said, it's because the word is usually followed. Like, I just want you to understand, the word is usually followed by certain actions.
Yeah, but you can't put everyone in a box. Like if I said it to you right now,
for my safety, yes, I can.
Okay. So if I said it to you right now, you would assume that I'm going to punch you in the mouth right after that?
No, because we're obviously on camera. But like, I know that you say it. You listen to enough rap music to say it, whether you're around other people.
All white people say it.
I know. Some people tell me, I work with a dude right now who says like, I don't say it, I say neighbor. But I'm like, I know you have said it and I know like you want to say it. And like, I understand it is just a word, but in everyday life, for my own personal safety, I have to keep it in the back of my mind, like, watch this motherfucker.
Whatever, dude. Ain't nobody around here gonna hurt. You're the biggest motherfucker in the room when you walk in, okay?
Nah. Didn't you? Why do you keep saying that? You're bigger than me.
Dude, you
got like
serious?
40 pounds on me.
No way.
Yeah.
Bro, you look at yourself and see something totally different than everyone else around you.
I've been told that I do have body dysmorphia.
Absolutely, dude. That's why when you were walking down the street that day, I texted you and said, dude, we could put your ass up against that gorilla. Bro, you look like a fucking gorilla walking down the street. Huge, man. Massive. But yes, so what was the question that you just asked me that time?
What is your favorite racial slur?
Oh, okay, yeah,
for Black people?
Yeah, I mean it's everyone's favorite, but it's only because it's taboo. If that wasn't a thing, then I promise you that word would go away so quick.
Oh yeah.
One of the racial slurs that Calvin and I always fuck around with, he calls me Mayo Monkey.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
Mayo Monkey.
I have a list.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, hang on. Are you allowed to say them, or should I like assume that violence is going to ensue?
So I will be using them currently for educational purposes.
But this is the difference here. I can't.
If you tell me right now, like, hey, I would prefer if you did not say that word, my response is going to be, okay, gotcha.
So after you say those, can I say mine?
I currently do not care. Like for the pod. Go for it.
Here's the difference: is there's some people out there that care.
Yeah, if you can live with the ramifications that happens from uploading this to YouTube, by all means, say it, sing it.
That's what's crazy about this is like if you say go, I want you to say yours, but I mean if you say them, no white people's gonna give a shit.
But that's the thing. I am all like I said, I've been down the rabbit hole and I've been on Facebook and I have infiltrated a white supremacist group. So in this white supremacist group,
okay.
I have seen, there's so many memes I can send you.
Oh, so like they're saying words that they describe Black people as.
Yeah, they're saying word, and I've learned so much shit. And it's funny to me because
you got a list of those too.
I think, I have the memes saved on my phone, but they're not in like a folder. I have to like search through my phone and shit like that. But like I save it because racism's funny to me sometimes.
It is funny.
Racism is funny as fuck.
Stupid.
And I hope that I am an adult enough to be able to take a joke, an obvious joke. Is you're just kidding around. I'll laugh about that all day. But I also don't want to come off as like a bigot. Like I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable unless they fucking deserved it. That's my whole thing. I try my best to like not take part in any of that.
I just don't get why a word would make you uncomfortable. Like that's my whole take on all these
because
slurs.
So if I didn't know you,
okay,
and we were here at this bar,
okay,
and I drop a cup on the ground and I walk away and you say, "Pick that cup up, nigger." Oh, like I might have to fuck this dude up.
Why would you drop your cup and walk away, first of all?
Hey, people do ratchet shit sometimes. And like, it's a bar. You pay people to clean the floor every night. I'm paying for a drink. I'm not getting paid to clean up after myself.
So maybe I said that to you to get you never to come back to the bar again.
Hey, maybe you did. But in my mind, like if we didn't know each other and you use that hard R, might have to kill him. Might have to kill him. Like I might have to kill him.
Yeah, that would be a weird situation to be in. I mean, it would be the same thing as like me dropping something on the ground in a black bar and someone saying, "You fucking crap."
Hey, honky.
Yeah, you honky motherfucker.
See, and that's the thing. I think all the racial slurs we have for white people, they're funny in the way that they're said. Because like I watch a lot of blaxploitation movies, and like a lot of times Dolomite would be like, "Look, you jive ass turkey." Like, that shit's so funny to me. Who came up with that?
Is that a white thing?
Dude,
Is that what that means?
I can look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Turkey, is that the white meat?
Probably that's where it comes from. You jive ass turkey.
I like that.
Like another one that's coming, peckerwood. I've never heard the term peckerwood in my fucking life. I have no idea what it means.
I heard of woodpecker, but
yeah, I've never heard it, but like it's a common word to describe white dudes.
Okay, tell me the rest of them. What you got? List it out for me.
All right, so these are my favorites.
Okay.
These are my favorites. Cum Goblin.
Okay.
Mayo Monster. Dandruff Demon. Cave Dweller, very common. And whenever I was a truck driver, oh my God, I heard that so fucking much. Bleach Bitch. Pale Police. That was my favorite. That was my absolute favorite.
Those are all pretty weak, man.
Yeah, see, the ones that we have, they're more comedic. They're more for us to like have an inside joke. There's no hate behind it. It's just somebody being cheeky, but in a racial way.
But I mean, you miss like there are some good white ones.
But that's the thing.
They're niche. They're describing like certain types of white people though. Like kike.
See, I don't even know what the fuck that is. I've heard it before.
That's a derogatory term for a Jewish guy.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's like a bunch for Italians. They have
I've heard Dago.
Is that an Italian one?
Well, in high school, an Italian dude got called a Dago and it instantly started a fight. So I'm assuming that's not a thing.
Yeah.
I've heard WAP because without papers for the Irish.
Okay.
You got taught that in high school. That's very derogatory.
And now it's not without paper anymore. Now it's wet ass a punane.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that awful ass song.
Yeah.
I don't listen. You know I don't listen to that shit.
You don't listen to rap music, bro?
I don't listen to female rappers for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Well, wet ass pussy, like, come on. Like, make a good song. Come on.
Yeah, it's cool that girls are having a resurgence, but now I just want them to see the programming because I've studied the music industry, and the deeper down the rabbit hole you get, especially with this fucking Diddy shit that's happening right now, the more you realize, like, there's programming going into these songs. These songs are more than songs. They're kind of spells. And like, if you repeat something in your brain over and over again, you become what you consume. And that's another problem with other Black people. It's like they don't see or they don't catch on to the programming that the music that they're listening to influences their actions, their behaviors, their views on the world. Because I went down the rabbit hole and I wanted to like explore the world of music. And once you get to a certain level, you start to realize like, nah, dude, there's like legit science and a little bit of magic that goes into making a song. Because like whenever you understand that the brain resonates with certain frequencies, and you understand that at a certain time period, all the record companies all agreed to keep all of their songs at a certain frequencies, to keep our vibrations low, to keep our spiritual levels more controllable. A lot of people don't believe that. I got to see the research. I got to read the books. I got to see like the influences firsthand of ignorant rap music making people go out and commit crimes and fight each other. Bruh, you play Nuck If You Buck in a black club on a Friday night, a fight is going to break out. Somebody's going to get the shoes stepped on. Somebody's going to get accidentally hit. A fight is that song will fuck your establishment up.
Shouts out Crime Mob. Shit, I love that song.
Mo Bamba by Sheck West.
Yeah.
White people love that song, and I have never seen more people turn up harder than and dude, white people get lit.
I saw a video recently on YouTube, and it was these guys talking about that we should change the national anthem to "Nuck If You Buck." And I was like, dude, that makes so much fucking sense. Like, could you imagine going to the Olympics and they start playing our national anthem? It's "Nuck If You Buck."
The rest of the world would be fucking terrified. I think it'd be fire. For sure.
All right, you got one more, or you got Irby?
All right, one more.
Last one. This is the one for all the whites.
All right. I want to see if I have a good one. No.
I love that you had that many questions, dude. I could.
It was like 15. That's it.
I was wrecking my brain to come up with like one. I'll look at mine and see for the bonus question.
Oh. Do you think black people should receive reparations?
No.
Why not?
Just don't. I think the playing field's so level these days that I don't think that you need reparations. And we've already talked about this with the college scholarships and things like this. Yeah. Like if you want to dig yourself out of a hole, then you'll dig yourself out of a hole. There are white people in a hole too. So giving people money is not ever solving a problem. So until you actually like can grow yourself into a point where you can get out of the hole, you're just going to keep digging yourself into a hole regardless of how much money you have.
I think that, yes, we should receive reparations.
Why do you think that?
But here's why. I think we should get them because a lot of black people are not financially educated or financially literate. So, let's say every black person over the age of 18 got $1 million. Within a matter of a month, that money's going to be back into the economy because of people buying things that they don't need over things that they do need. And I think if black people did get reparations, it would be like, no more whining, no more bitching, no more blaming us. We gave you the reparations. We gave you a chance. So stop blaming white people for all there would be no excuse anymore.
But you have a kid, that's not how this works.
What do you mean?
You know that when your kid cries and wants something, if you give it to them, they're just going to want something else after that.
True. But the government stood firm on so many other shitty things. They should stand firm. It's like, this is it, one and done. Like, no more.
Well, no, that's the problem. The government has never stood firm on anything. That's why people still yell reparations. If the government said, no, we're not giving you fucking reparations, we're giving you all this other shit, stop fucking complaining, then that would be standing firm. It's always like, we're gonna put a bill up that might give you guys, and you're like, oh, I get a glimmer of hope that I get some free money. And it's like, no, you're not ever gonna get this free money. Just
I feel like Dave Chappelle has a whole skit on it. And you ever watch the Chappelle show?
Yeah, I've watched
the show. The episode where black people get reparations and they're like,
they do a bunch of hood rat shit.
Yeah. I think that's legit what it would be like.
But you're saying this like white people are so financially liberated and we all know how to work with money. Like no white person knows how to work with money either. So I mean, if you're gonna give black people money, then give white people money as well.
I mean, I think we've all been overdue for a fucking stimulus because of all this shit that's been going on.
Well, that's eventually what's going to happen. Like we're eventually going to have to get a universal basic income because
hurry the fuck up.
Well, I mean, because robots are literally going to take over all kinds of stuff. They're doing tests right now in Texas of driverless vehicles.
Yep,
that's one of the biggest
industries ever. Yeah, trucking. Like I used to be a trucker, and I try to let all the dudes that still work in the trucking yard know it's like, hey guys. Changes are coming.
Yep.
If you think you're going to have a job within the next 5 years, probably even sooner than that, you're not, dude, because I promise you they're going to replace y'all with these fucking AIs. I promise you it's going to happen.
So basically the main takeaway from that last question is we all need to stop looking at each other like we're a different race and start realizing that we are the human race and get along together rather than looking for free shit.
And trust me, I do understand that race was a concept made by affluent European settlers once they realized that they were outnumbered by the poor European settlers. And they were like, hey, we gotta make sure we keep them in control. Look at those darkies over there. They're stealing your jobs. They're the problem. Like I understand like race is a social construct meant to like just enforce the most bullshit among bullshit of things. I get that, but it's still a reality we have to deal with every single day. And I think that if we did do the whole reparations thing, it would get white people out of a lot of bullshit they get blamed of. I really do.
I don't think that's ever going to stop.
I think they would. I think if we did, I don't know. I'm very surprised that Trump has never been like, all right, guys, new chapter. This is what we're going to do. We're going to stop all this fucking bullshit. Like, we're all Americans. We're all in this together. I'm surprised we haven't had a single president just say something like that to actually bring us together and not divide us.
I think they know that it's not going to it's not going to do anything for the current system. You're going to have to evolve the current system to actually have that mentality mean something. Anyway, here's my one bonus question for you.
All right.
I actually have quite a few good ones that I've been crowdsourcing from people around the bar.
I'll try my best to answer them.
Well, the only one I want to ask you right now, we'll do another podcast where I ask you all the black ones. But do you buy into the whole narrative that says that people can't identify with characters in films because less black people are cast as lead roles?
No, dude, I watch anime, and like whenever I watch Goku, I don't see an Asian dude. I see me. My favorite superhero growing up was Peter Parker, Spider-Man, or Wolverine, Logan, 2 white dudes. I didn't give a shit. I never gave a shit. No.
So why do you think that's been a whole movement then?
Because some people like to complain about representation, and it was one of those flavor words during the last administration that people were always abuzz about. And like, I kind of feel as if some of this stuff's a psyop for real to like keep us unfocused on the various fucking conflicts that we got going on right now that can turn nuclear any second, but that's a video for another time. I think there's bigger things to bitch about than a race swap of a character or anything like that. I am pissed off about the Last of Us casting of Ellie.
Oh my God, everyone is.
I hate it.
Just because she's so ugly.
Fuck. It's not even, she's not a good actress. She's not Ellie.
No, she's ugly, dude. Let's be real here. I've had more conversations about this with my buddies.
But no, like if I like the character and I like the story of the character, yes, I will be able to identify as a character. I think it's interesting that lots of people are in uproar when a character does get gender or race swapped, because it happened recently. They made there's a show called The Sandman, and it's on Netflix. It got canceled, but there's a character called Constantine, and they changed him to a woman. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
That's not how the character is.
It's not at all. And like, I'm not with it. And like, I used to love Doctor Who. I used to love it. Yeah. And now the new Doctor Who, the last Doctor Who was a woman. Didn't watch that. And now the new Doctor Who is black and gay. Not watching that.
What?
So, not for me.
What is wrong with them?
I love Peter Capaldi.
Dude, they had so many years. Like, what is?
Love Peter Capaldi.
There's been like 20 Doctor Who's.
I believe the Doctor Who should always be what?
A white man.
A white man. A British man. British or Scottish or of some type of European. It just, because
I quit watching it too whenever they, So I watched the first season with the woman, and I was like, okay, she's not bad. But then after that, it's kind of like, I was like, it's not for me anymore.
It's fucking,
it's for a new audience.
Liberal brainwashing. I don't like it. I don't like.
Well, Disney's suffering from it right now.
Oh yeah, they are, and they're paying for it.
I even see like all these shows that they've been making. Like I couldn't watch the Acolyte. I started watching that and I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like I love the Star Wars universe the way it was, the way the stories were told when George Lucas was telling them. I even loved watching like the new ones that got hated on. I watched those. But when it comes to like the new, like you can just tell you're like, they wrote this story to give a message rather than actually tell the story of the Star Wars universe.
There's moments in the Acolyte that I like, but the show as a whole, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense and it's probably going to get canceled. Why do you do this?
Yeah.
Why do you do this?
And they go 1 or 2 seasons and they get canceled because no one's watching the shit.
Yeah. And like that Ironheart show that's going to come out is going to fucking bomb.
Well, even HBO is going to, they're probably not going to do too many more seasons of The Last of Us, right?
Well, I think it's going to end in October. I think.
Yeah, because this season was trash.
Yeah. And I'm very surprised that they're doing the thing that the video game did and switching to Abby's perspective. I don't, because like.
Oh, is that why they did that? Because there was a lot of people online that were confused by that.
Yeah. So in the game, you play as Abby first.
Okay.
And then it switches to Ellie's perspective after Joel gets murdered.
Okay.
I could be mistaken though, but like, no, whenever you play as Abby, you're a fucking tank. You got some of the best weapons. You can punch. Oh, dude, she's a fucking beast. And the girl that they got to play Abby, not a beast, not at all. Doesn't look like a believable military person at all.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, the casting is fucking awful. The one that you should watch is Fallout. the Fallout.
Oh, I love Fallout.
It's so fucking
it's
good. It's
But-
insanely good.
But the reason Fallout's so good is because Jonathan Nolan's directing it.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan's brother. And those guys right there make fucking magic. Those guys are amazing.
But yeah, if you switch the gender, or the race of a character, that won't stop me from identifying to it. It's just, is the character good? Are the motivations for this character's actions justified? If I can see myself in their situation acting as if I like behaving the same way they would, yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care. And sometimes it is interesting whenever a character gets race swapped. And I'm like, okay. Cause like I like the Miles Morales Spider-Man. He's half black, half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
And like it's cool to see a black kid in New York be Spider-Man. Cause I was used to nerdy Peter Parker for the longest fucking time.
Yeah.
So like you can create new stories with a new palette swap, I guess, if you do it respectfully and I don't know, consciously, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I had a follow-up for that too. If you were like, yeah, I think it does matter. The follow-up was going to be that
She's next.
No, I don't know what she's doing here.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to eat, I guess. She just wanted to stop in and say hi.
You know her?
Yeah, it's Rocky. I don't know how to explain Rocky, but she does like event planning and stuff around town. Yeah, so she's probably just swinging through to say hi. She wants to see her podcast. No, she lives in the same building I live in.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Dude, I gotta get in that fucking art.
Yeah, we're like neighbors.
Gotcha.
They really recently had some openings, so.
Oh no, I'm supposed to be moving into a new place, but
anyway, my follow-up for that was it was if you would have said yes, it affects me, I was gonna say, well, how do you watch anime? Because I know you're a huge fan of anime.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad you answered that way too, because I completely agree with you. I can definitely tell when the writers are trying to project an image on me that's not based in reality, or it's not like rooted in that storyline. So I think that's where the conflict comes in me. Yeah, so that's why the Star Wars universe thing, that was my immediate go-to.
Yeah.
And if you like look at even The Last of Us, I've never played the games, but I do know that they took certain liberties where they I think it's Ellie's the girl's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where I think she was upset about the girl being pregnant in the video game. And in the actual show, they made her like soft about it. Where she was like, I'm going to be a daddy or whatever.
Yeah.
And in the video game, she was like, you fucking bitch, you came here, you're pregnant. Like, that's more the reaction I would have had too about, it's like the more realistic reaction.
Like, I don't know. The Ellie in the games is more aware that they're in constant danger.
Yeah.
This is not a fucking game. The Ellie in the show is like a fucking baby, like a child playing pew, pew, pew. Like, I don't care. I don't care if she dies. I don't care. I don't care. Because like in the second game, it's a vengeance story. You want to get revenge on the people that killed your father figure. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing for Abby. You want to get revenge on the person that cold-blooded murdered your dad. And like you get to see how those two stories converge at the end. And it's very interesting to see. The story, it has some muddy parts to it, but the gameplay is awesome. Like if you ever get hold of a PS4 or whatever and you have the opportunity to play it, I highly recommend you play it. It's very, very addicting. And you have any other?
That's the only question I want to ask you today. We'll do another podcast where I ask like all the black ones that I want to ask. Is there any words you would like to leave these glorious people with?
I am not responsible for your feelings. And if I don't know you personally, I genuinely don't give a shit. And if you come around me, threatening me, harassing me, especially if you put your hands on me, you gonna fucking die. That's it.
Damn, Malcolm, challenge accepted. Thanks for coming in today, brother. It's always a good time.